Hey, I would like to apologize for this video being late. I had kind of a family emergency and had to take care of my mom for a week or two there. But now that it's up, I think I should also make you guys aware that the Good Omens video that I had planned for this week, yeah, it's also been pushed back for like 2 weeks. So I can finish the filming. Without further ado, let's just get right into this. I work at a restaurant and nothing will ever beat the time this woman threw an absolute hissy fit at brunch because we ran out of home fries and all we had were french fries. She yelled at me and demanded to speak to my manager, and when she's in the middle of complaining, my manager just stopped her and went, "Hey, do you need a hug?" And this woman went, "What?" And my manager was like, "You just seem super upset about the shape of these potatoes," and I thought, maybe you needed a hug. Fucking hysterical. I got to watch a human blue screen in real life. Absolutely the best way to shame someone for their nonsense I've ever seen. Hi, did you know that ancient Mesopotamians buried their dead under the floors of their own houses to always be close to them? I can't write a poem about this, but by God, I will write a master's thesis. Boy, oh boy, the molasses in that tank sure does smell delicious on this fine day in Boston, the 15th of January, 1919. I'd gladly swim in the stuff if I had the chance. Hold on, let me Google something. What the fuck? Happy Boston Molasses Flood to all who celebrate! Science fiction as a genre was invented specifically to show lesbians some greasy, sweaty women in tank tops fixing machinery. I talk my shit, but do you guys remember being 12 and in 2008 and you heard Viva La Vida by Coldplay for the first time and you were like, fuck, this is so powerful. I'm going to kick the ass of God. If you take medication for that, you'll be taking medication all your life. Yeah, but I already put on my glasses every morning. It's like a condition of mine, not a side hobby I'm pursuing irresponsibly. And the thrilling sequel, Taking Meds for That is the Easy Way Out. Right, you are my dude. I'm a huge fan of not making things harder than they have to be. I'm a lit/philosophy major in a class full of education majors, and I caused so many headaches on accident. Sorry, guys. The deep desire to finish the project I'm working on, the undeniable urge to start a new creative project, being too tired to do either of them. Writers/artists. This is this is far too accurate. So glad I was weird as fuck in high school, cause now ain't nobody hitting me up to join their pyramid scheme. And for my next trick, I will heal the entire world using only my deep personal rage. If you could make your sleep paralysis demon blush, then you become the sleep paralysis demon. Do philosophy students go, "Damn, I got a depressing thought due tomorrow"? Lesbian culture be like, "Lesbian, I wish I had a girlfriend." 50 other lesbians, "Me too!" Yet no one makes a move. How can so many people drive without panicking or rage quitting? Like, you're controlling this super big machine with a shit ton of functions that can explode if you misuse it, and you're constantly interacting with other big evil machine riders. And if you mess something up or go too slow, they'll harass your dumbass with built-in ear-shattering noise. How is this real? After hearing "Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time" by Paul McCartney 74 times while working in retail, I came to the conclusion that they shot the wrong Beatle! We must all get weirder and more queer. I am completely serious and this is genuine and this is urgent. Please get weirder and gayer now. If you see me acting weird and gay, mind your business a little. Neural correlates of interspecies perspective, taking in the post-mortem Atlantic salmon, an argument for multiple comparisons corrections. One of the best academic paper titles. For those of you who don't speak academia, according to our MRI machine, dead fish can recognize human emotions. This suggests we probably should look at the results of our MRI machines a bit more carefully. I hope everyone realizes how incredibly important this dead fish study is. This was so fucking important. I still don't understand. So basically, in the psych and social sciences fields, researchers would, I don't know if they still do this, I've been out of science for a while, sling around MRIs like microbiologists sling around metagenomic analysis. MRIs can measure a lot, but people would use them to measure activity in the brain, which is like, it's basically a machine doing a fuckload of statistics on brain images of your blood vessels while you do or think about stuff. So you throw a dude in the machine and take a scan, and then give him a piece of chocolate cake and throw him back in, and the pleasure centers light up. Bam! Eating chocolate makes you happy. Proven with MRI. Simple. These tests get used for all kinds of stuff, and they get used by a lot of people who don't actually know what they're doing, how to interpret the data, or whether there's any real link between what they're measuring and what they're claiming. It's why you see shit going around like men think of women as objects because when they look at a woman, the same part of their brain is active as when they look at a tool. And if you play Mozart for your baby for 20 minutes, then their imagination improves. We image the brain to prove it. And we found where God is in the brain. Christians have more brain activity in this region than atheists. There are numerous problems with this kind of science, but the most pressing issue is the validity of the scans themselves. As I said, there's a fair bit of stats to turn an MRI image into brain activity, and then you do even more stats on that to get your results. Bennett et al.'s work ran one of these sorts of experiments with one difference. They used a dead salmon instead of a living human, and they got positive results. The same sort of experiment, the same method, the same results that people were bandaying about as a positive result. According to the method in common use, dead salmon can distinguish human facial expressions, meaning one of two things. Dead salmon can recognize human facial expressions, or everyone else's results are garbage. Also, none of you have data for any of this junk. I cannot overstate just how many papers were completely fucking destroyed by this experiment. Entire careers of particularly lazy scientists were built on these sorts of experiments. A decent chunk of modern experimental neuropsychology was resting on it, which shows the science is like everything else. The best advances are made by spite. If you've made it this far, thank you for listening. Particularly, thank you for listening to me rant about a dead fish for like 2 or 3 minutes there. Anyway, before I finish the video, I would like to say that I've started a fundraising campaign. All proceeds are going to the Human Rights Campaign, which is an organization built on protecting LGBTQ rights here in America. If you would like to donate, if that's your kind of thing, the link to the GoFundMe can be found down in the description below. Thanks. Bye bye.